go from SoFi Stadium. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. First carry for James Conner. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Murray a give. This is Conner. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Conner. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On 2nd down now, it's Conner. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Here's Murray from midfield. Flush to his right. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play and gave up a bigger one instead.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Murray now on first down. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then they don't.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner taking it in from a yard out. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Stafford on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away.
And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
Now the first carry for Cam Akers.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford.
He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now a first down throw, Stafford. Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10 is Conner. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Murray now. Screen pass to Conner. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. On 3rd down, it's Conner. And some space here. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
50 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Murray flips this forward on a jet sweep. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 6-0 our score after 1.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
On the handoff, Conner. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Eluding the pressure right. to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
They'll run for it with Connor. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. James Conner with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals push further out in front. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. Robert Woods, 30, the 20. Touchdown, LA! Robert Woods, 76 yards. And the Rams strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on.
DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. Touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 78 yards. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead now stands at 13. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. The return is Brandon Powell. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. On first down, it's Stafford. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On first down, Stafford here. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Meanwhile, Stafford's throw pulled in by Woods. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Matthew Stafford. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. On second down, Connor looking for space. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play there on the screen pass. They're good at running the screen. Sometimes it's probably taken for granted, though. You need a good deal of deception in there, don't you?
You certainly do. And you know what else you need? The people who aren't involved in the deception to make sure they hold their blocks and someone doesn't flash too quickly in the face of the quarterback.
First down, Murray. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop.
I like the thinking there because right after a sack, it can be a great time to call for a screen to your running back and use the eagerness of the defense against them. Able to gain some positive yards out of this one and make things a little bit easier for them on third down.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Yeah, they work this well upfield across the 45. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a run with Akers on second down. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Stafford hooking up with Akers. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll make it second and short. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. On first and 10, Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And the Rams are going to have a first and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. Throwing is Stafford. Flushed out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Stafford going to give to Akers on the draw.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Stafford escaping the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here.
So they'll wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Here's Powell on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And, Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half. But when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford.
He completes it to Beckham. And all the way down to the 27. A big play there for L.A.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam. But notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Again, it's Stafford. And this will be incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Here's Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Prater on to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
From the 50, Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 34-yard line. To the air again, Stafford.
He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Stafford to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Murray, back near his goal line. It's caught right side by Daniels. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. They'll try the left side with Connor. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Darius Williams in there to make the tackle.
If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and got the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Murray's throw pulled in by Hopkins. 7 yards, the pickup there.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw into the hands of Kirk.
And he's got this down to the 35. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Here's a give to Edmonds running to the right. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Edmonds. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cardinals go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Prater for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And he whips that one incomplete there. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted.